Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. I've been in slow communication with President Biden. I have the opportunity to give me the granted me the opportunity to text and have communication, but I guess I'm way far down the totem pole in communications with the President of the United States of America. But I'm glad I have an ear. I guess somebody in the White House staff might be reading some of my texts. And personally, what my texts are basically about our reparations for Black America. Reparations has been talked of for a long time. It's been spoken of in Congress. It's been going through the motions, and it's always been like looked over. It's always been looked over as being not very important. Everything that comes up, either before or after, it seems to take precedent over. It seems to be more and more important than it. So my basics requested from the United States of America. I guess he has to take it to Congress and everything. They have to approve it and so forth. But reparations, you got in America, you have 40.1 million Black Americans, which is the second largest minority. Was overtaken by the Spanish and Latino population, which has a great influx of Central America and South America and the islands. So here in America, we have Black Americans 65 and older, 4,974,133. I base my reparations for 195,000 per person, which is a lot lower than a professor from Duke University said that it should be. He was up in the 353,000s and something like that. I based mine on that field order, 40 acres and a mule, which never came about for Black Americans. Never got that field order that was sent out when the South was overrun and taken over by the Union Army. Most of the land was converted back to the same people who owned it before. So 4,979,133 Black Americans are 65 and over. And for $195,000 times that amount is $975 billion. $975 billion. Close to, just about hitting on $1 trillion. And United States GDP is 26.85 trillion in itself. These reparations, man, are just are crucial for Black America, crucial for America itself, because everything seems to take precedent over that type of thing. I monitored and I looked at the cost of these various wars that we've had for these years, and it's just amazing. So we just go from World War I and the 1917 and so forth. It was 32 billion spent on that war. World War II was a lot over 4 trillion, they say. And the Korean War, it was 20 billion. The Vietnam War was about 757 billion in that war. Gulf War, the Afghanistan War was 2.31 trillion. The Iraqi war was up in the billions as well. So it's a lot of things have taken precedent over Black folks getting reparations. We have this Ukrainian thing that's happened here. A lot of money has gone toward there. Of course, our number one ally, Israel, a lot of money has gone toward that way. But there's always something that comes up that overlooks the reparations which should go to Black America. Now, what I'm thinking as far as the Black America is that also the farm issue about the the racism and black farmers who've not been given money to mechanize their farms and make their farms more modern and be able to raise crops more efficiently hasn't come through, and the shrinkage of black farmers in America is tremendous. You know, you have a lot of talent there. You want to just let it go by the wayside. So when I text President Biden, I'm talking about these type of subjects because I would like to get an ambassadorship for five African nations that I think would be great resettling for Black America. All of my channel is called Stay Black in America, which I'm dedicated to. I think that in some cases, like over in India, where they're going to every place in the world because there's a huge, massive population over there. I think Black Americans have donated so much of their time and life over here in America. I think that the five states, the five countries which Americans might resettle pretty good over there in Africa would be maybe, I think first of all, Kenya, and then Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia. Ghana has always expressed interest in Black Americans, the removing of the cost of visas and various things to become citizenship. Eritrea seems to be a good nation for blacks as well, and maybe many more nations there too. But I would like to get ambassadorship for these five of these places here. Pay me half the amount, and I can travel and try to make things as easy for Black Americans to come as possible. I'm thinking that somewhere around this thing that the population of Black Americans should drop maybe 30 million. So we should only have maybe 25% of the 40.1 million, maybe only 10 million Black Americans still living on this continent of the United States of America. And the rest, the valuable people should be spread around certain places in Africa. Truly, I don't think being appreciated in America. I don't think never have. America was built on the backs of black folks. And as black people have achieved, despite the fact that not having reparations, black people have achieved and become a force of themselves. And I think that 25% of 10 million here may be composed of very successful people that stay behind in America and use themselves as investment mechanisms for the ones who over and for the blacks who be going to Africa and reselling. I watched a video about Kenya. It has an Indian tribe that's been there so long. They got their own Indian tribe there in Kenya. They separated themselves from the Kenyans. In certain areas, they don't live amongst the Africans. They got their own kind of like thing over in Kenya. So it doesn't surprise me about India. I think India is kind of, I don't know, racist toward black people anyway. I had a younger son who was dating an Indian girl. I think her father was trying to get him locked up for no particular reason at all. I asked my wife to go with him during his travels and so forth, so these things would not happen, because he was bent out of shape and love, and I could only see danger from these Indians when I try to come up with any type of thing to lock my precious son up, which never happened. That's probably was like 7 years ago now, but I never forget the conversation they told me when they went to lunch, and then this Indian guy and his wife was there along with his daughter, and my wife and my son was there. And his whole thing was he didn't want any relationship with us at all, no kind of black relationship with it. They looked down upon black people, although they had the class system there in India and so forth. They run out of there to a better place. It'd be nice if they found a way to make their own country great and stop running someplace else, but it's easy to put your tail between your legs and run someplace else. For Black America, I think when I suggest leaving and going someplace else, it's going someplace else to upper mobility. I think the farmers in America are amongst the greatest farmers in the entire world. If they're given an opportunity to go somewhere and get huge plots of land, 200 acres or more, we're talking about the benefit to whichever country they go to would be tremendous as far as raising crops. And their costs would be tremendously low, because once you purchase property in Africa, you don't pay any property tax on it. It's your property forever. So if you throw away the cost of the property tax, which America forces you to pay, then you're looking at a huge savings right there. And you have the knowledge to seed and plant and grow and reap a great harvest, and you can benefit whatever country you're in by the experience you gain over here in America. And the experience you gain in America is far greater because you gain that experience through by racism and everything else, through holding your back and racism and all types of things. When you're in a country like that, you can amass and find out how to increase that country's GDP. And I'm thinking these 5 countries bordering Kenya, and also Kenya itself would be a great opportunity for Black America to rise up someplace else. A lot of times I think you have to leave who you are to go someplace else to live out your dream, because if you got a large segment of society that don't want you to be successful here for whatever reason, then hopefully they won't mind you leaving. And so I think that the slow communication with President Joe Biden is basically comprising that. We know politics is a whole nother thing. So this thing here, which President Biden might not agree with, maybe he's looking to keep that block of black vote that's coming in. But maybe the Republicans will look at this and say, well, hey, we'll jump on this faster, because if we can remove a certain amount of a segment of society that's been known to vote for the Democratic Party, then we will be in power forever. One time when I was younger, the Democrats were in control of Congress for 38 years, 38 consecutive years. That time the big thing was about where I'm living here in Washington, D.C., getting statehood, becoming a state, all that type of stuff. It never happened then when they controlled things, and like I said, it's not happening now, where it's just another, excuse of things. It's just, another reason why it can't. So therefore, a lot of black people have found a way to rise up in the society through entrepreneurship, through athletics, through education is always number one, through entertainment, and rise up to great levels in America, and it's a blessing. I mean, everybody else can rise up and become everything you want to become into, the greatest country in the world for that. But if it's the greatest country in the world for that, well, the mindset is that of people black people who think they're poor, when black people in America probably live better than maybe 75% of the entire world. But if you haven't been to the entire world, you haven't been around, you tend to look at yourselves in another type of situation. So I'm looking for a lot of education for black folks, but for scratch the education, I'm looking for that $195,000 per person. That takes a person's net value to an incredible amount. This can be spread over Africa exponentially. You take $195,000 and you have some type of investment in America you have where money is still flowing to you over in Africa, and the dollar rate compared to the dollar in Africa is tremendously higher, which means you can buy a lot of land. You can open businesses over there. You can hire the people in those particular countries. You can start your own world, your own thing over there in Africa. So I'm thinking this to be a positive. You have a lot of Africans over here in America, Indians, Chinese. Every place on the sun, you got 54 million immigrants living in the United States of America. They're here because it's an economic boom place to be. You can make your dreams come true here. And I think black folks have made their dream come true here many times, have sacrificed. Civil rights came about, helped everybody that comes here, because the black man set a way for you. Not being appreciated for it, the great Martin Luther King Jr. and all the leaders, all the civil rights leaders who brought about civil rights to benefit every ethnic that comes to this country, America. And any ethnic that comes to this country, America, that is of the Caucasian thing, automatically gets upgraded to white America. Once they start speaking English fluently and not having that foreign accent, they look at it as regular white America. So I think that Africa is just where black people are from, where they live at. Although you have a ton of white people settling in Africa as well, I think it would be a great transition for black people to do so. and just rise up. Not have maybe that same burden of oh, you're rising too fast, you're doing too much, you're excelling too much. Let's find a way to slow them down. We know in the 60s here in the United States is when the CIA and FBI and other places seek to destroy the black family and destroy a bunch of black leaders and seek to I guess to make you dormant and not do anything. Don't know why, don't know how it would have hurt the United States at all. I think it would have benefited tremendously, the GNP and everything else, to have a bunch of successful, educated black people doing extraordinarily well here. But somebody didn't see it that way, or a bunch of somebodies didn't see it that way, so it didn't occur. But look, my goal is that everybody accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, repent of their sins, and go to heaven, because the spiritual is going to outlast the physical every time. I like black people to get the reparations, find 3 other streams of income to be successful with, and just live a wonderful life. Live out your American dream, live out your dream wherever you are, be successful, and conquer and kill. When I mean kill financially, kill economically, kill that kind of way. This has been a slow communication with Joe Biden. Hopefully I can pick it up and get a little more. I'm only 4.7 miles from the White House. Not saying I'll get a visit, but do. Be a wonderful thing. So stay black in America. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.